Greetings fandom, Andre here. I'm back with this new video, and today I will just be discussing to you about some things that I really wanted to talk about. Well, this is something far away from what's trending right now. I mean, you can just feel free to check your Twitter accounts and then just feel free to discuss that there. And here I would just like to discuss some of the things that people might find satisfying, or rather unsatisfying, with their stomachs. It's a truth to accept that there are some people out there that have really weird as fuck food combinations. Like, they wanna try out a certain combination of a few stuff that was very likely not tasted or not eaten before, and then they try to give a little taste of that, and then it's up to them to judge whether it tastes good or it tastes bad depending on their palate. But in most cases, it's really bad. Yeah, like I get that, like, there are just those kinds of people who want to try out new stuff, experiment some new ideas or some new creations for their food. But if there's one thing, it's the fact that, like, you gotta have a very, very weird sense of taste in order to come up with those kinds of weird combinations that in the end actually turn out to be good. Okay? But that's not actually like respecting the original recipe of the food or anything. Like, sure, many people can say that, oh, this new food combination right here, it tastes really good. Yes, it does. But that is not the actual recipe. Like, sure, they can say it tastes good, it really tastes nice to try out these new sorts of stuff, but they have to understand that, like, that's not respecting the original recipe. You're going against how it was, well, originally done. Take, for example, pizza with pineapple. Alright? Like, this is one of the most debated topics on the internet. Alright? And there are a lot of food critics that have shared their own thoughts, their own opinions with that. I mean, the Italians were very specific on their ingredients and how they make their extremely good delicacies. But then the Hawaiians showed up and decided to, like, just try to come up with something that was very out of the box, very extraordinary, out of the regular standards. And it turns out some people actually like that. I mean, even I do. Alright? Like, sure, in my personal opinion, I like pizza with pineapple. It tastes good, but I don't like it because it does not follow the actual recipe. Alright? Like, what I'm trying to say is, pizza with pineapple tastes good, but you don't put pineapple on pizza. Okay? That is not how it fucking works, ladies and gentlemen. Alright? Like, you wanna try some new delicacies? You want to try something new? Like, make an entirely new recipe. Don't just suddenly add stuff on some recipes that are already made. You gotta click out of the box here, people. You gotta raise that bar. You gotta you gotta make something new for the people to, like, surprise them or something. Try to convince them to like that certain recipe. All right? Like you gotta come up with something new here. You don't just suddenly put something that was already made. No, 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 no. That is not how we do things. But like, based on the environment, like the society where I'm from, I have a lot of those friends. I know a lot of those people who have an extremely weird taste of things. Just take the old homies at home, my grandparents here at home, for example. Like, they suddenly mix one ingredient with the other, and then I just suddenly think, wait, will that even taste good though? Like, is this gonna be a good idea? And then, uh, during that meal, all right, while I eat it, either say, hey, it's kind of good, or this dinner is shit. Like leave the plate and know that you did a very terrible job cooking this, considering the fact that it's just weird food combinations that suddenly popped out of your head that you should have thought was quite good but didn't turn out to be just that. All right? So like, the point that I'm trying to prove here is that there are many of those people who want to mix stuff in order to come up with a new taste or a new product or something completely extraordinary, something people has never tasted before. And there are those people who are willing to take that risk to let those people try out whether this food combination is gonna taste good or taste bad. All right? Like, personally, like, I okay, you can clearly see that I got huge chunks right here. All right? But just because I'm chunks doesn't mean I have a very weird as fuck taste in food. No, I'm very, very selective in what I eat. And whatever is considered truly delicious, that's what I eat. Not this extremely weird ass food combinations that end up not actually being delicious. No, 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 no. They're like, just know the outcome of this certain process, alright? Like, why don't you let some of those people try out that new product first before you just end up just distributing it to everyone else? Like, come on. Like, this is the industry of food here. Like, as for, like, sure, food is already scarce enough. So don't try to like don't try to worsen that scarcity by making very weird food combinations which at the end of the day people will actually not eat. So that's actually a huge downside for you. So to all those people who are planning to like mix different kinds of food combinations again, please don't. Like, just don't, okay? So that's all I gotta tell you, man. Like, please stop. We're running out of food. Don't waste it.